What's up, everyone, and welcome back. It's Forgotten Circus. So, I'm going to be doing my spoiler review on episode 1 and 2 of Skeleton Crew. And first of all, I want to say I'd like to apologize to Disney and Lucasfilm for being harsh on this and saying it was Goonies in outer space. And I don't know if they can do it. Was a last dish effort or whatever. This show is absolutely amazing. That's what I want to say. I apologize. I really do. This show is great. And who would have thought that Skeleton Crew slapping the Star Wars name on it would be more Star Wars than the Star Wars that we have now? So let's get into it. So Skeleton Crew, the opening scene, amazing. We're doing a heist. I've never seen stuff like that in Star Wars. With things that just bunker through the starships and latch on, and then we had fights in outer space. It's just, I was in awe watching this. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Skeleton Crew is really doing this. So we got to see another aspect. I don't know who the writers are, who the well, I do, but I don't want to get into that because I want to talk about the actual episodes itself. But amazing opening scene. And the Cobra Commander guy or whatever he is, Cobra Commander, I think there's more to him. And just watching this show makes me love Star Wars again. Isn't that something? So I'll get into that. So we had the space battle and all that, and then you're like, oh, okay, it's opening up, because we all know that it's going to have like children in it, child actors in it, top notch. I don't know where they found these people, these kids, but it's so good, you know. And then the costumes, they give you instant nostalgia of everything. The costume, it's a new vision. It's a new vision. Should I say it's a new hope? Because I don't know if this is tying into the Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it is. They're all going to come together in the movie. Apparently, but this is something special. This show is something special. And if you're not a Star Wars fan or anything like that, I get it, but just watch it. It might make you one. Okay. So, and then the nostalgia, because you know what, I felt the one with the curly hair, I don't know their names fully yet. I do apologize, but when he's playing with the toys and it's blurred, and you can kind of see, is that Vader and Luke fighting? So it's the nostalgia, because I was that kid. I was that kid that grew up on Star Wars, as a lot of you were. When we got those toys and we were playing with them and everything, I like how they, oh, man, it's just so good. It just makes you, it returns you to your childhood and what Star Wars meant to people. And I think this show brings it back. It really does. And when he's playing with toys, and then the whole family dynamic, and the school scene had me cracking up. Because obviously they're on a different planet, and I'm going to get into that later, because this planet is something special, and it's it opens up the door to the Star Wars universe even more. This thing is like an airplane hangar now after this, so it's like, I don't know what is going on, but this is great. But the school scene, and you had all the kids, and they're talking about stuff, and I really did like that. And there's just one scene in there, I forget what he is. Isn't that the one that tried to shoot Han? His race or species? And it was just so funny, because he's just sitting there, he's just like not even listening to the teacher or whatever. He's just like, whatever. Like how kids would do. It's so great. We were all children once. And to see that, it was like, oh yeah, I would definitely do that when I was a kid. That was definitely me. See how good that is? It's, oh man, this is for everybody. This show is for everybody. Like, there were times in here where I thought I was watching literally a movie And I forgot that it was a show. It's it's so great. Well, I got to speed up because I got to go through that. And I like the Suburbia. I was talking stuff about that before, like, oh, Suburbia, whatever, in Star Wars. It works. It definitely works. The family dynamic, how kids act, and how they're playing like Jedis, like they're acting like they're Jedis and all that. They're like, oh, it just, and the Max Rebo, is it Max Rebo? But the two of them together with the little kid with the curly hair is great. And then you had the two rebel girls, they're on the edge. And it's not woke. It's not this is it's not woke. It's all about family and Star Wars. And it's just like they're it's almost like this show is telling you you must have forgot. You must have forgot that we could still pull it off. I'll give you that. I will give you that. I will bow down to the show a little bit. But we'll see where it goes from here. But the Suburbia is dope. I like all the technology. And by the way, I have to say, certain scenes were a little wonky with the CG in it. A little wonky. Um, I could catch it because I'm a movie connoisseur. This is kind of my job, right? Picking apart movies, the good or the bad. And but damn, I'm saying some of the special effects. What it's like who thought of this show? It's amazing. It was kind of, but a lot of special effects, and the kids work. The kids, and the one data girl, the Asian girl, I don't want to say Asian, she may be Polynesian, whatever, but she is great. She's a gem. I'm calling her the Storm. What is Storm Data? Because she has like the storm hair, the white hair, um, and she has like the date. So she's cool. I even like the older girl, which she's pretty cool because she has the feeling she's Han. She is like, and you have, so for all you woke people and all you people out there, like, oh, a girl should be, she's nailing it. She's nailing it because she is definitely, I don't know if she's Han's daughter or granddaughter or something like that, but she is exactly like Han Solo. She's got the stories. She's got the charisma. I like her. And then I like the Max Rebo. I like all of them. The kids are great. They're great. They're special in the show. They're carrying the show. It works. It's amazing. See, I'm smiling yet again. Dude, I had tears in my eyes watching the show. When I watched the first episode, I had to step back a little bit because I was like, I was that kid. They're putting those kids in the movie. See, we forgot. We kept nitpicking everything. And to no fault of our own, as big, huge Star Wars nerds and fans, they haven't been doing good. But this is something that you gave us a taste with the Mandalorian. You gave us a taste until you did season episode season 3. And now it's bringing back. It's all coming full circle. Just amazing. So they're hilarious. And the droids are top notch. I love the droids in it. I love the teacher droids. I love the search droids. I love the actual droid that they actually run into but I'll get into that. This may be a long one, guys. I do apologize, but keep watching. But the family life, they show you the family life and how it is outside of the Empire and place like that. But there's a kicker to that too. They're not part of the Empire or the Republic, apparently. And you got the whole scene with the test and the whole school aspect of these young kids was great. Because you know what, we need to stop looking at everybody got to run around with lightsabers now. These are like things to these kids that are like, it's the imagination. Like, I've heard about Jedi. I've heard about them. The curiosity. The curiosity is great. So he's running late from school. The one kid's run late from school to school, and then you had like Max Rebo sitting there trying to stall for his homeboy. I'm just gonna keep calling him Max Rebo. Keep stalling for his homeboy, and stuff happens, and then you see the family life with the father and everything. And apparently, the credits are really key thing in this because they're off the grid. which I love that concept because it just shows you how big the Star Wars universe is. See, we're so tunnel visioned into one aspect of it: Jedi, Sith, Empire, you know. But this at a time when a little bit different. So, um, and when he's missing the bus and runs the bus and he goes through and he finds the underground chamber, which he says was a Jedi temple. And I did like old girl grilling him about like what you in for. She's so Han. Oh my gosh. That girl is so Han. If Harrison Ford, if you can find just like, yo, I need to talk to her and just tweak it a little bit, but like you're almost Han, the female version of Han, but I'm going to give you some pointers. And I hope he does. I hope he does. Maybe he already has because she reminds me of Han so much. She is awesome, dude. Oh, so they find out that it's actually Starship because they go back. And if you're not watching it, I shouldn't have to. I mean, if you are watching it, I shouldn't have to explain much. If you're not watching it, you should listen to me and actually go watch it. So then you can come back to this video and understand what I'm talking about. So it's just the whole thing, like kids being kids. Oh, I see a shiny button. I'll press it. Boom, presses it. Doom. You know. And then all of a sudden they're stuck on it. It was actually not a Jedi temple. And they walked around. Obviously, it was owned by pirates. Some pirates that found that planet, which is going to come up way later in what I'm going to say. But yeah, that was cool because it's what kids do. We were all kids once. And oh my gosh, this show is so good. It's I'm sorry. It takes me back to the memory and to my childhood of how good Star Wars is. They're not yeah. So all right, then we got where we at. So then the spaceship leaves off, right? And it's just like, oh my god. And then he sees his dad, and they're doing the whole rescue thing, and then they're going on the ship. So they're gone. They just and then they press another button, hit light speed. They got the droid, and I did like how old should I call her Hana instead of Hana Solo takes control. She's like, I'm the captain, and the other dude's like, I should be the captain. She's like, chill out, I got this. I like it. Oh man, it's so good. And I like how she takes control. So you have your girl boss ladies. So there's no problem in this show. They're spreading everything out. So we don't have to do that woke stuff or the stuff like, oh, it's just being biased to the no, there's no it works perfect. It flows. It's okay. A woman can be in charge. And she is that woman. Well, younger girl, little lady. I'll call her a little lady. She obviously knows what she's doing. So then they just speed off, hit light speed, and then boom. Then we hit episode 2. Right. So episode 2 is a lot shorter. I get it because they had to open the whole thing. It doesn't matter. It felt like a movie the whole time. So they're going to the spaceport. They actually tell the droid, we got to go to the spaceport so we can get back to Atari. And he can't compute in his head. And I like the little rat that runs through his head. That's funny. So I don't know if that rat's going to be very key in it, but I think so. I think they're going to put that in there. They're giving you little breadcrumbs to get to that. But oh my gosh, dude, this is why it's going to be long. Wait, no, I'm doing two and one, right? So I should be able to do is make it a little longer. Then you ain't got to watch 2 videos. Yeah. So they get to the spaceport and they got I don't know what the hell was it? Meerkat, the Meerkat alien or whatever. That was funny. That was funny. And then they have to dock there because obviously it's on autopilot. Went through. They couldn't get through a certain area. I don't know how that happened because they got kind of bumped off in hyperspace. Maybe because they were pressing so many buttons. But they get to the spaceport and then they get the ferryman that actually takes them the Meerkat, you know, And is that the same species kind of a Jabba's Jabba's little pet? Another species type. What's Jabba's little pet? The little rat freaking little rat creature. So they get there and then they're doing negotiation and old boy starts pulling out money, credits. So they're like, where did you get these? Perfect condition. So people are starting to wonder. So obviously this planet that they're from has a gold mine and it's off the grid because they haven't seen stuff like that. So you have them like run around and do things, which was I liked every aspect of what everybody would, and I like how they separated all of them so you can see their point of view. The four of them, they separated them all. Max Rebo, the curly hair kid, which he's awesome. I love that guy. Hana Solo and Data. Um, all see different aspects of it. And the fact that they find out, and then you got the pirates, and they're like, well, technically, and the droid comes up. Yo, that action scene with the droid, I know he's not down. So in the episode, he does go down. He gets, I think he was probably shocked, and then he just has to be rewired and stuff. I'm pretty sure that Data over there is going to be able to figure it out and reprogram him. But the action scene was great. And apparently, people can hit people with blasters in the show, which makes sense. That's why it was a blaster. So they go through that whole thing, and then they're at the bar scene was great. Well, not really the bar. The bar scene was great, but you had that part in it where you're seeing the kids, and then they meet up again. You got the two girls, the two boys over there, so they're all having this. Men are so dumb, women are so dumb. It's just something that we do now. You know what I mean? We do that now. Like it's just it's like they're little grown people. Isn't it funny how it takes little kids that never grew up with they're growing up with the Star Wars that has been created now can carry a show because I'm pretty sure that when these kids got cast, their parents probably went because their parents have to be Star Wars fans. They have to be. They probably went through a rigorous amount of lore of Star Wars because they're nailing it. The parents probably stepped in and was like, Luke and but there is Revan, right? And then we got, we got them and then Leia go hard in the paint. And then we got Mara Jade over here, so it just works. And the sense of wonder and imagination on you see yourself in those kids. You really do in this show. You see yourself in those kids because that was you once, all Star Wars fans and Star Wars aficionados. That was you once. That's why we're here. But we need to create the magic again for them. And I think this show is actually doing it. They're creating the magic for them again. And they're creating the magic again for us. Because they don't know about that nostalgia. They don't know about those things. Just a simple thing with the little kid playing with toys, or they're simulating at the bus stop. Like, Jedi. And how many times right now, as a Star Wars fan, older fans, how many times you sit there and you look at a fork and you're like, maybe? Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Alta, where are they from? Altair. So the credits are a big thing. And they're from a planet that everybody says the pirates all say, oh, that's a myth. Tell me where you're really from. And I do like the lady with the horns because she seems like she's generally trying to help out. But I think everything's like a myth. And I don't trust a lot of people in this because the kids do know like something's up, but they're in Pirateville. So everybody's trying to hustle. So even though if you think that a certain character is good, they may not be. Which, man, they're doing this really well, aren't they? You don't know who to trust. The only people you can trust is the kids. And I did like that scene how when aliens walked across and like, oh, aliens, oh, they're so gross. They look so ugly. And then half of them were aliens with the kids because they're so used to their planet. That was genius to do. That was genius because it goes against the like it's one of those where you're like, because you always say, oh, they're aliens, but then you have humanoid people like that look like us, and then we never really say aliens in Star Wars universe. We always name their species. We say species, but we never say alien. So when they actually saw aliens, that was funny. Like, oh, look at them. And Max Rebo's looking over there like, yeah, oh, gross. You know, it's so funny. They have a girl with freaking, you know what I mean, digital equipment attached to her head, and they're looking at those going across like, because it just shows they're so sheltered to their planet. So their planet is a treasure. Obviously it's a never-ending treasure on their planet. So they're off the grid and they're not a part of anything because he does say something. The dad does say something. There's a barrier. There's a barrier, and if they get past the barrier, they're gone. So I don't know if it's protected or if the Jedi or somebody, maybe Sith, are protecting that planet for something. So I did like that little kind of little secretivity on the show. So they're playing it Atanas, whatever the play. It was. I'm forgetting all the names. I'm just coming fresh off of watching. So I'll I'll get the names and stuff in the other videos. But it's like, wow, dude, 6 episodes. Give me 20. Give me 30. Yo, make it supernatural episodes. The show Supernatural, just give me that many episodes. Because these kids are amazing. It's funny how these kids in this show made me remember how beautiful Star Wars is. I just want to watch the kids. They're going on an adventure. It's a great time. It's for everybody. It's beautiful. Who would have thought Skeleton Crew? Skeleton Crew. And I was talking to my homeboy about it, and he always says that I'm just gonna watch it just to watch it. I mean, it's Star Wars. And you know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm thankful I listened to your advice. I'm thankful that I listened to your advice. Really, Rob. I'm thankful. So. And then we have the whole thing. So they get locked up because they want to know where they're planning from. Where's the credits? Because it was a smart thing for him to put in his boots or whatever. He put half of the credits in his boots. And now he's starting to learn the currency, that their currency is way more and has way more weight, which is smart. And they're locked up there. And then we're getting, you got kids locked up in a cage and they're trying to get something out of them. And where are the rest of the credits? Where's this at? Is this a myth? Are you guys lying? So, by bounty hunter status. And the Wolf Dude, I'm glad they brought the Wolf Dude. Didn't he get cut from a lot of the first Star Wars too? He should have had a bigger role because he had on the suit before, right? The rogue suit, the Rebel Alliance, the orange and white. I believe at one time. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up, but it's just, the show's so good. Yeah, and then Jaleel White was surprising too. Mr. Steve Urkel being in that. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be a big character in it. That'll take some. You could tell he's probably a Star Wars fan because he was like, geez, everybody. And what is it? Atana? Atana? Yeah. So they're in the cage. The cage, I shouldn't say that, but the cell, the prison. And then they're sitting there. We need to get the key. And that was funny with the rat trying to find it. He was like, we're going to teach this rat to do it. And then, yeah, that didn't happen. Rat was like, he got there and was like, nah, I'm going to just go this way. But I'm sure the rat's going to play a big part with all the beady eyes. And then we get, I know that voice anywhere. Because there is, you know what the craziest thing is? Jude Law is in my top 10 movies. Like movies that he's been in are in my top 10. Like AI and Gattaca. So you got Gattaca is arguably three or two. Gladiator is always going to be number one, the good one, the real one. Not that's why I'm not even going to talk about that. But I knew the voice as soon as said. And I don't know if he's a little trickster and he's doing things, because that was pretty puzzling. How all of a sudden he can just pull the key over, using the force, and then he says, "Shh, you can keep a secret." Stuff like that. So there's kind of smoke and mirrors with him. But if he is a Jedi, that's going to be awesome with those kids. And the one kid wants to be a Jedi. I don't know. They're building something good here. And if this ties into the Mandalorian and we can go further than the Mandalorian and Grogu, because I don't think this one's going to do big. Everybody knows that Grogu and the Mandalorian, all you got to do is put them back out there. They're going to sell top notch again. Everybody loves the little green guy. Then you put those, you got all demographics. You got everything. You got demographics. You got genres. You got nostalgia. But don't show Grogu's planet. Maybe that's the planet he's from. Maybe that's the hidden treasure. I just want them to tie. I want more. I want more. And if the Mandalorian Grogu is just as good as this show, and we can keep going with this, it's a new vision. It's definitely the new hope. But we gotta don't tweak anything, because remember when he tweaks stuff after Mandalorian season 2, got a little wonky. So let's not do that. But overall, I can't wait. I can't wait. When is the next day it comes out? Because I'll be watching. I want to see, and it sucks that it's 6 episodes, but it may be a masterpiece where it's giving you like, we head in the right direction, because they are. Just one single show held up by darn kids. I love it. It's special. It's awesome. But anyway, I talked a little bit too much. This one's going to be a little bit too long, but it's 2 videos in one, so you got to understand. Tell me what you think. Show's amazing. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.